29.
Hey, great Saturday evening. It is an amazing. Let me put up my priest collar.
You're a priest now.
Well, I'm not even going to go there. It's an amazing Saturday evening in the city of Brownsville. And let me tell you, I just had, hey, Juan Maria, I just had some amazing pizza from a pizzeria. What's up? So see you, family. Congratulations. Zach Attack. All the way
What's up,
from
Zach?
Hidalgo. Do you say Hidalgo or Hidalgo? Buenas, Rudy, my man. Hey, Rudy.
I think it says Hidalgo.
Hidalgo. Hey,
Hidalgo.
Rudy, I still got your bumper sticker here, bro. Hey, good evening, Leah. Joe Rodriguez. In the house. Victor, my man. Hey, comparte. Hey, come on over. I actually have like half a pizza. What's up, Zach the Attack? Zach's on the attack. I love Zach. I think I have a thing for Zach. I don't know. I might. I confess. I say, Hidalgo. That's a nice way to say it. Everything he says sounds awesome. Hey, guys, how's it going, Liz? What's up, guys? The zoo was good, and the animals were out and about. I even heard the lion roar after so many years. In the jungle, the mighty jungle. Come on over, Leah. I got some pizza. Hey, Gale. I love those glasses. Hey, good evening, Anabel. ¿Cómo estamos? Son las tatanacas. I listened to Zach Cantu after his appearance on this program. Zach is amazing. Again, guys, if y'all have the opportunity and, you want to get a little bit, some to start listening to some stuff to fall asleep, yeah, go out there and go listen to one of Zach's. No.
Oh,
in all seriousness,
right.
Zach is amazing. I love Zach. I love Zach. Hey, hola, Lupita. ¿Cómo estás, Lupita? And tonight we have with us the infamous. World-renowned policy and procedure expert, Roman Perez. How's it going, Roman?
Doing okay, Erasmo. How are you doing? Was the pizza good, though? What do you have? Was it a pepperoni pizza or was it a sausage pizza?
No, it's there. I'm laying low on the sausage, Roman. I'm leaving all that to you, bro. I do pepperoni and breakfast bacon. I love breakfast. I love bacon. Everything's good with bacon. Bunch of cops getting charged for abusing their power. We'll go into about that today, but yeah, there were some more charges out there. Pedro, sleep. I thought that was why you started doing shows. I still love you, Zach. Anyway, guys, it has been a trippy kind of evening in the city of Brownsville. We did get numbers in regards to the positives for Cameron County. We did get 29 for Cameron County. 20 of them are from the city of Brownsville. And I went on the Cameron County Health Department page, and they hadn't posted it last time I checked. I don't know if they posted it as of yet. They haven't, but they hadn't posted it. I think what's happening, I mean, I'm not sure what's happening, but now they're starting to be very lax in regards to posting stuff, and they'll throw it out to the media first. But
yeah,
hey, media, I actually got the Brownsville numbers before you did, so there. But it doesn't matter. What's up with a racist teacher in Westaco? We're going. It was Mission, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Hey, don't be insulting Westaco, man. Don't be insulting Westaco.
El otro de Westaco, Maria Lily. Nice shirt, Roman. Puro
Thank you,
Roman. Yeah, it was Mission. Good job. All right, guys, we're caught up. Amongst the individuals that tested positive for the city of Brownsville, we had a 1-year-old, a 7-year-old, and an 8-year-old, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So again, guys, what do we attribute the numbers to, Roman?
I don't know. I'm really surprised that the number of cases, 11 of the ones in Brownsville, were between the ages of 20 and 39. And that's the age group that Trey was saying the other day is the 20s are the biggest group of people getting coronavirus in Brownsville, and then 30s are the next group. And who are the ones that are protesting out there right now? What age group?
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, like, this is insane. that you have the age group, the 20 to 30-year-olds, the ones that have predominantly have the coronavirus in our community. They're the ones protesting. I mean, if it doesn't blow up, in the next 2 weeks, I don't know what will make it blow up. So that's troubling. And so that means over a third of the people in Cameron County that got it today were from Brownsville in the ages of 20 and 39 years olds. And they need to, be more wary. I know we've heard from people like conservatives like Dan Patrick saying grandma killer, that he's a grandma killer. Like, well, these guys are the ones who are getting the coronavirus. If all the people out there protesting, and we'll get into that, obviously, they're probably going to be able to. They're going to spread it to their grandmas. I mean, who's more likely to get hurt? They are. Their grandmas, their grandpas. But nobody cares about them anymore.
Well, you see, that's one of the things, and I think part of it, guys, again, I don't want this to sound like a racist comment out there, but guys, a lot of us here in the border towns, because of our culture and everything, a lot of us were raised or are being raised by our grandmothers. I know I spent a lot of my youth, being raised by my grandmother, and because a lot of because our socioeconomic status is kind of low down here, a lot of times both parents have to work, and children have to stay with their grandparents, their grandmother, guys, and that I think is going to be very, very telling if you got these teens, these 20-year-olds out there and about going back and forth, and then coming back home to grandma. It's going to be an issue, guys. I mean, I just don't see it not being an issue. Again, it's part of being Mexican. It's part of being us here in Brownsville. I mean, Frankie, how much time did you spend with your grandparents growing up? Quite a bit.
I spent a good majority of my youth and my upbringing with my grandparents. Very quickly, before I forget, feliz cumpleaños a mi tía Marta Flores. Que pases un hermoso día. Un saludo y beso. Yes, I grew up, with my grandparents. I still actively am constantly with them. So this is something to worry about. And again, we keep on seeing the numbers rise, and it's only a matter of time before we hit the 1,000 mark. And again, the thing that always troubles me in seeing this, we're at 892 for Cameron County. Is the community spread? We keep on getting these infections through the community, which tells us, Roman, that we're not adhering, to the recommendations by our local officials. Yeah. And it's very scary, Erasmo, a 1-year-old, a 7-year-old, and an 8-year-old for the city of Brownsville. So when is this going to stop? Again, the more testing we get, the more numbers, the more rise in numbers we're going to get, unfortunately.
It is, and let me say, hey, Evan Hernandez, Big E Smokehouse in the house. Big E Smokehouse has the greatest smoked barbacoa in the world, not just Brownsville, the world. And let me tell you, I don't know if they're going to have pozole tomorrow, but that pozole they make it with, I think, with brisket in it, with la grasita of the brisket. Oh my goodness, that stuff is pretty good. Big E Smokehouse. I'll be there tomorrow morning, I promise you. Frankie, shut up, bro. Are people from the Valley protesting in Houston or Dallas? No, I don't think so. I hope not. You can't blame the protest. We haven't started there yet, but we're getting there. I promise you. Thanks, Dan. True. Yes, my grandmother raised us. Yeah, it's just part of our culture, guys. Roman, you live down Southmost, and one of the things down Southmost you constantly see a lot of older individuals with young kids going back and forth. It's just the way that we are raised here, and I would dare say that that's the same case at all border towns. Big E Smokehouse, Eduardo. Big E Smokehouse on Paredes, right next to Fiesta Graphics, or where Fiesta Graphics is at. It's amazing stuff. Trust me. I'll post in the morning. Roman, have you seen these people out there?
What? Oh, the older people? Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, here in Brown, but it's not just a Southmost thing. I grew up with my grandmother. My grandmother was me. I would practically live with her in Westaco while my mom worked during the day. And my grandfather before he passed away, that's who I was raised by, and I have a very, very tight, close relationship with her. And that's what I would be worried about. So if you're in that age group and you're out there protesting, you're out there, intermingling with everybody, you're not practicing social distancing, you're going to put them in danger. And it's been pretty clear that if you're 20 or 30, you're not invincible with this virus, but you're more than likely not going to have to go into the hospital. But the moment that we start having all these people, and that's what worries me. I posted this earlier. Philadelphia had thousands and thousands and thousands of people packed like sardines in these protests. Remember, Philadelphia is where we had the Spanish flu like skyrocket 100 years ago. And I would hate for Philadelphia to be the place where it's going to skyrocket again and get the second wave. And so don't. I know our buddy, your buddy, my buddy, Ruben Obel's, and nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares about the virus anymore. That troubles me that you have officials that are saying those kind of things. I mean, we should care about these things. I know he was probably being facetious, but still, we don't want to stop caring. But obviously, liberals don't care. Liberals right now do not care. They just want to go out there and do something and protest because the cause matters.
Carlos!
Carlos.
2 weeks, we will open at Beach Park. Awesome. Thanks for answering that question, man. That's some good stuff. Well, again, I'm
sorry about that.
Oh, Roman, are you okay, Roman?
Yeah,
Roman,
okay.
Are you okay? You fall off the toilet again? Roman has fallen off the toilet. Roman!
No, I kicked the phone and felt like crazy.
Peace and love. Hey, guys.
Live TV.
Yeah.
Guys, part of the issue.
There we go, man.
Right. That's why Roman's got to be classic. The second wave is going to crash into the first. Hey, Dora. I love Dora. Do you want me to call 911, Roman? Or something?
No, I don't want to call. No, it's just I have my phone on the thing, and it just I not have nothing's holding the phone except for a stupid little bottle.
Oh, my Roman. Guys, part of the thing is that a lot of the people that are testing positive today are due to the individuals that were out and about during Memorial Day weekend. It's always like a couple of weeks behind. So it's something that Lupita said the second wave is going to crash into the first wave. I don't think, I just don't even think that we're just going to see a second wave. I think this first wave is just going to continue to escalate, and become this big old tsunami, become this big old tidal wave. And it's going to continue to hit us very hard. I know I was speaking to some people at the city of Brownsville, and they're projecting minimum 20 individuals per day. That's just madness, guys. That's just madness. Let's see. Cuiden a los abuelitos because then when they're gone, they're gone. Well, yeah. Lieutenant Governor Patrick said the economy is more important than our health. No. Where are my tamales, Quesito? Albert, Biggie Smokehouse, amazing brisket tamales. Trust me, they're good. Hey, Anna, good evening. I love this woman. Lupita, you. And hello, muchachos. Hola, Jessica. Jessica, todavía estoy esperando mi mostachón chiquito.
If I can say something about what Light Governor Dan Patrick said. Yeah, he did say that. He said that there are people that are older people that are willing to risk their lives, allegedly, for the economy to keep going, for their kids to be able to have jobs because they lived a long life. He was saying that, and people like me were like, "This is stupid for you to be saying stuff like that. That's ridiculous. Nobody wants their grandmother, grandfather to die." But at the same time, the same people, not me, but the people that were complaining about him or lambasting him for whatever we're saying, are nowhere to be found when you have all these protesters going out by the thousands and out there, wanting to like end the police or defund the police. Give me a break. That's what we were attacking Dan Patrick, but nobody's attacking the people that are saying what they're doing because the coronavirus doesn't happen anymore. I think Frankie was right when he said that Minerva Peña, La Penguin, La Hoax was correct, that in 3 weeks it was just magically going to disappear, and apparently it did. That's what Frankie said. He's right.
Mackenzie!
Oh, wow.
What's up, Mackenzie? Good evening, Kathy. Hey, no, Manny. Well, look, my concern, Manny, is that, again, we haven't even begun to test. We still don't even know. And again, the tests don't really tell us much except más o menos where we're at in regards to it. And I guess the only thing that I hope happens, and again, I want to agree. I don't want to agree in any way with Lieutenant Patrick at all. But what I do want to agree in is that we have to bring back the economy. I don't think anyone's against. I don't think I've ever mentioned like close down the economy, shut down the economy. We want the economy to come back. We want the economy to flourish. We want it to have low unemployment numbers. We want to boom in the system. But we just want to make sure that the cities that have had explosions like Harlingen has, and I'm going to say that Brownsville is on the verge of having, these cities, I think, need to be watched over very, very, very carefully. That's my only concern. Hey, Kathy, love you. Good to go in. And as we're looking, the older you get, the younger you look. I love you so much, Liz. La Penguina! That from the first Batman. Mackenzie Bryant. Dan Patrick is a public official. He should have known better. I hate it when individuals, they say stuff that, they come back and, want to regret. But once it's out of the bag, once they said it, it's said. It's done. And speaking of that, we came out. There was a post yesterday from a young man. I think he's 21, who made some, very serious accusations in regards to to one of the board members out there. I don't want to say
which board member. Oh, you don't want to say the name?
I'm going to let Frankie say the name, but let him think it. But again, guys, and again, some people went on there and tried to discredit the individual. And again, I said, guys, whoa, let's stop. Everyone needs to be heard. Look, Roman, one of the things that went on when we were having the Me Too movements, when we had Judge Kavanaugh being, out there slammed by the left, they were out there. Oh no, yeah, we have to believe the women. We have to believe the women. They have to let them speak. We have to believe them. I mean, without there being any corroborating evidence out there. But then when Joe Biden, this lady comes up and says Joe Biden did the little whispery stuff or blew some air in the back of my neck like someone did to Roman.
Yeah, like you did, yeah. Unwanted touching.
So when that happened, oh, no. We can't believe him. We can't believe the women. We can't believe the women. So, what I'm trying to say is, Roman, we can't have it both ways. We can't have it both ways. Are we going to believe the accuser and the victims, or we're not? And let me tell you something, and I'm going to say this right now. I think when Philip wanted to lash out, he was trying to say, well, that's what we're like. Let me tell y'all something. There is no one out there that came out to accuse Erasmo Castro of anything. No one. The only ones that came out were La Penguin, La Silvia, and Baltasar Salazar. And if you want to believe those people, you are stupid. Stupid. With Philip, we have the situation that there's a young man that made a charge. So we have to hear both sides of the story. But with that said, Roman, don't you think that elected officials should be a little bit more cautious in regards to the kind of language they express on social media?
Well, yes. Number one, yes. We should try to be more careful about what we say, especially some of the bad words that some people say. I've recently been starting to use more bad words on social media because everybody's using it. So I guess I'll just be part of the crowd. But I think he was using language that I don't even know what he was saying. Something about 2 C words that I've never heard of before. What were those words that more Frankie? Maybe Frankie can translate it for us. You don't know what those words were?
I can't say the words, but it's con safos and the other C word. I can't say the words.
What does that mean? Like, I don't know what that means. Maybe you know what that means, but I didn't. I'm surprised that a white individual like Phil would know what that word was.
Pati, con mucho gusto. Yo viví en Veracruz, viví en Jalapa, estuve por Poza Rica, Veracruz, estuve viviendo en Jalapa. Me encanta la cocina veracruzana. Con mucho gusto. Usted avíseme cuándo. Ahí nos vemos en su casa. Gracias por la invitación. Frankie, what's your take on it, Frankie?
There's 2 sides to every story. I do know Mr. Phil Cowen. I got to meet his loving family. Tomorrow we're set to hear from the young man who made this post on his Facebook page. He will be on the show live. Like I said last night, I give Mr. Cowen the benefit of the doubt. I want to hear both sides before I make before I form my own judgment or opinion on this matter. This is some very serious accusations based with this going on, Roman, with this George Floyd and these protests and this whole idea of racism, of suppression. People have been coming out lately and saying, hey, we have a case in Texas State where an African-American basketball player made an accusation against a basketball coach, talking about things that, if he didn't do good in basketball, he was going to work at Popeyes the rest of his life, and made other insinuating racist remarks. So right now, the situation is very hot, is very sensitive. I want to hear from both sides. I think the public deserves to know, and to give Mr. Cowen the benefit of the doubt. He did make some comments which I personally wouldn't have directed myself to a young man. Is that his way of defending himself? That's perfectly fine. I would have gone another route if I know that I'm not racist in my heart. I wouldn't pay them no mind. But again, to each his own. Everybody could defend themselves the way they see fit. Mr. Cowen, the offer is open. If you want to come on the show, if you want to advise the public in regards to this situation that just arose, you're more than welcome. We would love to hear from your side. And like I said, we are set to have Mr. Alexis on the show tomorrow night at 9. And it would be only until after I hear both sides, Erasmo, that I would feel comfortable with forming a judgment or opinion on this matter.
I want to answer this question. Do you gentlemen believe Cowen is a racist? Look, I know Philip, and I know Philip very, very, very well. I think part of the problem is that at times, and again, you can see on the post, Philip becomes explosive, and starts lashing out. And at time, we saw it at a couple of the forums. We saw it on the post yesterday. I mean, there were some words on there that I don't think I've ever used, while dealing with individuals. I call them stupid and idiots, like stupid, Minerva, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But never used those kind of words when directing someone. What I opt to do always, and it's something that I've learned, is just block people. If the message is out there and it's a negative message, just block them as much as possible. But you never go and direct the attack, because when you do, you've already lost half the battle. So do I believe that Cowen is a racist? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say I don't believe he's racist. I think, but again, do I believe that he might have said what the young man claims that he said? Yes. But again, it's just what it is.
I don't know Phil like as well as you do, Erasmo. I don't know him, and I don't know. I only know a few of the Cowens. They seem to be good people. That's what we were told all the time. Every time we vote for the Cowens, because everybody loves the Cowens for some reason. I don't think, based off of what you've told me, Erasmo, that he's a racist. I would hope that he wouldn't. I mean, he made a very big point to say that he has Hispanic family members, grandkids that are Hispanic, or he has no. Why would he? I would be very troubled to think that we would have voted for a racist person in our community in this day and age. I sincerely doubt that. So I'll with you, Frankie. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But I'm with you, Erasmo. I think he may have said what he said. Some people are very comfortable in saying, "Hey, don't eat like a Mexican." Like.
Well, I'll tell you one of the things that I experienced when I was a young kid. Many years back, I actually went to Arkansas.
Many moons.
I went to Arkansas, and up in Arkansas, I went with this lady from our church. Her name was Geraldine. She's already passed away, so I can say her name. I went with Geraldine to Arkansas. We went to visit a lot of the individuals, the church members from Arkansas. And, we went to go have some tea in the middle of the day, when it was all hot and, got to have some tea up in Arkansas. So we went to someone's house. And again, please don't get me for that. And we went to someone's house, and they said, one of the lady at the house that went to visit said, "Oh, Geraldine, when I went to Mexico, I didn't bring me back no Mexican boy." And I'm going, and I was like a kid, man. And I looked at her, go like, "I'm not a Mexican boy." And she was like, "Well, you know what I mean." We're like, "Yeah, I know what you mean." Now, do I believe that lady was a racist? No, I just think she had a slip of the tongue and said something, that they're so used to having those words, they call them Mexicans. And there's one thing when we call each other Mexicans, Mexican, Mexicano.
Yeah.
Because we are Mexicans. And I think that's why, that's why it's accepted. Well, it's isn't shunned upon when black people, use the N-word against each other. Hey, and you go like, and there's anything. So, but it's when they take offense when a white person or a Mexican calls them the N-word. Well, I would say maybe the same thing, when you hear, "Hey, that Mexican, when it's coming from an Anglo, even though they consider themselves Mexican, I think it's just perceived in a very negative way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Again, we as Hispanics don't call each other spicks or beaners or greasers or anything like those bad slurs that they have against.
Hola, Lupita.
I mean, the biggest slur, I guess, is saying Mexican, even though that's a nationality. It's not every Hispanic out there, I don't, it didn't happen to me. In that situation with Phil, if it happened, it didn't happen to me. So I feel for that guy who felt like he was being, having racist. Now, have we experienced racism growing up? Yeah, I've experienced racism. I've experienced racism with white people. I've experienced racism against me, by brown people. I think one of the first times I went out publicly here in Brownsville.
Out of the closet?
Out of the closet. Yeah, that's it. No, I'm a conservative, and I was until very recently. I was a Republican since about 1995, and I came back to the Valley, and I told some guys, some Hispanics, hey, I'm a Republican. They're like, how can you say that? You know how many people our ancestors or your grandfather is rolling around in his grave? He didn't even know my grandfather, but he rolled around in his grave right now because you're a Republican. It's like, holy crap! I had no idea that you would, treat me like that. Just because it's my political affiliation, at least at that point, it's ridiculous that people do that to people that are of the same race. We're experiencing that right now with Chainsaw Man a little bit.
Yeah, everyone has to be careful with social media employees these days. Looking at social media employers. The reason for it is because they have their employment info on social media and don't want their businesses in a bad light. That's what happened at Mission Independent School District. Mission Independent School District, one of the coaches out there, they retweeted, they reposted, they shared on Facebook a post in regards to what's called a racist or racial statement, against African American individuals, and it was a racial statement. It really was. Now and on the little Nisbet in the news that came out, it didn't make mention if they had placed the employee on leave or if they had terminated the employee. But I'm going to say what Luis is saying is very true. That I truly believe the employee is going to lose his job, and it's a coach out there. And again, a lot of the times, and I've never heard of the word used by Cowens in my life.
It's a Chicano term, the consafo.
Oh yeah.
Back in the 60s or 70s.
Yeah, it was very common when I was growing up. And again, El Vela explained that it would mark the graffiti. I thought for a long time, because I always asked, what does that mean? And and this is how bad. I actually thought it was cola, and the S was safada. That's what we were raised. That's what we were raised. We're like CS. And we're like, oh, that's what it means. But now it's consafos. And again, I always thought in my head that that's what it means, like CS. So. It was very commonplace back when we were growing up on Southmost. Very, very commonplace. I'm surprised that he actually used that term. It's just trying too hard to be fitting into the culture, but using the language, especially A language and the FU language, it looked really, really bad on my book. Phil should come on the show to give his side of the story and tell us what consafos means.
Do you believe that Phil is appropriating our culture by using that language, Erasmo, Frankie?
I don't think it's appropriating our culture. I look, guys, and I know that the Cowens, they especially like Ralph and they pride themselves on being raised here in Brownsville and speaking great Spanish. I mean, not great Spanish like me. But they speak for Anglo Americans. They speak decent Spanish. Again, I don't think if the term if what Alexis is claiming, is true, then it's the tone. Because look, Roman, one thing is to say the words, and one thing is to say the words with a tone behind it. Does that make sense? Because if you say, oh, you Mexican, you'll probably go like, well, I wouldn't feel, but you go like, this Mexican, you eat like a Mexican. If that's what was said, mega no.
Yeah.
Mega no. Again, and I could see where it could be said in the heat of a moment. It could be said. It's just inappropriate. I would have preferred, guys, if and this is my take, guys, and y'all. I mean, I would have preferred if he would have said, "Alexis, I am sorry that you misconstrued my words. To have that tone, that inclination, I'm sorry about that. Let's move forward. Something to that effect. But you don't go after a kid, who's just, said that he feels that, your tone was in the wrong place. You don't go after him and call him a consafos and a C word and then allude to his sexuality, in a weird way. You don't do that.
That was a little bit odd to do that. Yeah.
One thing I spoke about with a family member of mine this afternoon was, it might have been interpreted wrong. Just how you said, hey, hey, Mexican, and the young man Alexis did allude to, Mr. Cowen saying, don't eat like a Mexican of some sorts. But maybe he was just saying it, hey, this is the way you eat. You're not supposed to eat like a Mexican. But we have to understand that this young man was under the age of, he was a teenager. So maybe he saw it as racism. But Mr. Cowen, being mature of age, maybe didn't think much of it. So maybe there was a possibility of a misunderstanding in the tone. But
let me tell you, I experienced racism at a very, very young age. I mean, up in New Mexico, I experienced racism when I was 5 years old, and I experienced racism, in my early teens. Let me tell you, you feel it, Frankie, and I know it's very hard for a lot of people to understand, but you feel it. It's very profound. I mean, you feel the anger, you feel the belittlement, you feel it, and unless you've experienced it firsthand, you've lived it, you can comprehend. It's not a great feeling, guys. My name's not Jessica, Zach. Mi esposo es de Tantoyuca, Veracruz, y yo le aviso, so get ready for Realtalk. He said, thank you. Y nomás como 2 taquitos, pero con mucho gusto estoy con ustedes. Shout out to my grandmother, turns 84. Happy birthday, Berta Flores. Happy
birthday.
Feliz cumpleaños a usted. Happy birthday.
Erasmo, you mentioned something about the Spanish and how the Cowens have good Spanish. That's not really saying much in our community when you're looking at people at that age, 60, 65, because there's a lot of people at that age group that grew up here that don't know how to speak Spanish because they couldn't speak Spanish in the school. They were like spanked, like in Ed Couch or in Westaco in the Mid Valley. If you spoke Spanish, you were suspended, you were taken out of school, you were given, corporal punishment, so you wouldn't speak it at school. So obviously they're not going to be able to speak good Spanish now. They weren't able to do it when they were younger. So.
Yes, Leslie. Alexis has let us know that he wants to come on tomorrow night at 9:00. We'll hear his side of the story. And again, I did reach out to Philip. I actually spoke with him last night. And again, Philip asked me if I would, put out a statement where he emphatically denied the accusations. And I did immediately because, again, I want to hear both sides of the story. Again.
But didn't he? But he said you didn't, Erasmo. He said you didn't do that.
Oh, yeah. And then
he called you out for that.
He did call me out for that. And then I clarified and I showed him where I had. And then he thanked me for it. So, again, I understand that the heat of the moment, you don't just see things for what they are. But, again, as that we've given Philip the opportunity, we'll see what happens. If Philip wants to come on as well, I'd rather do it at a different time than Alexis, just so I don't want to increase intensify the situation. But again, we have Alexis on Sunday, and then reach out to Philip if he wants to come out on Monday. Again, just address the matter and and move forward. So Alexis will be on the show tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Consafo, doesn't it mean respect? Again, I think it's just the way that it's used. But in that case, it was used consafos, the C word. So I don't think it was meant in a respectful way. Consafos means that anything that is said or written does not matter or will just slide off. At least that's what I was told growing up in the barrio. You're not from the barrio, Juan. You're from the rich parts of town, bro. Ese vato es de lana. Highlander pretty. Hey, Mackenzie. Elton, let me try in. Someone mentioned that Frankie was reaching his 300 word limit. You get the look. Yeah. And you get the, Horacio's right. You get that look. You have to live it, guys. But if Horacio is saying what I think he's saying, you have to live it because you see the expression on the face, the crinkle of the forehead, and you feel it. It's very, very palpable. Trump is racist. I don't think so, but it's good. Is that right? Oh, it's Frankie. I lived in Dallas and trust he definitely, and yeah, trust me, definitely feel it. You do feel it. It's very, very palpable, guys. I mean, and other individuals that have experienced racism, direct racism, they know what I'm talking about. Zach Cantu is in the house. I love Zach. I have a crush on Zach. Racism is alive and well over the course of the past 14 years in Central Texas before I moved down here. It hurts to this day. And while that's going on, doesn't personally affect me, I still have the hurt. Yeah. It again, guys, it's not a great feeling, guys. It's not a great feeling. So again, I'm not saying that I mean, I can't say that it actually happened, didn't happen. What I can say is if any words that came out of the mouth of Philip made this 12-year-old feel uncomfortable, 12-year-old, and he's carrying that, just, apologize for, for making the individual feel that way, and move forward. But don't go on social media and, use the C word, the A word, the F word, and everything else, because you're not going to bring in a lot of supporters that way. Ramon, do you think Dax deserves 55 a year?
No, hell no. No.
I'm 62, raised in Brownsville, and I'm fluent in Spanish. Never took a class, but felt it was important to learn. I love this woman. I love her. Early 1980s, certainly teachers at Longoria Elementary would smack us, hit us if we spoke Spanish. And you deserved it, Juan. And you deserved it. You deserved every smack that you got.
No le hagas caso, Juan.
Sí. Todavía que le den unos pocos más. That's Safis. Safis. When I lived in Houston, I had to translate because the Hispanics could speak Spanish. Notice how she didn't say the Mexicans.
No.
Dude. Love you, Laura. It means the insult can't come back to you. Juan's right. No te toca. Además a ti. Sorry, good.
What is that, like talk to the hand or something?
Talk to the hand. Hola, it would be really interesting if you invite the BISD union presidents. I actually will do that.
That's on your list now. At the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not all of them, but I will do that.
We could go ahead and reach out to him. We're working on the schedule for this coming week. We have a great lineup coming up. So yeah, we'll be sure to reach out to them.
Hey, Erica. Hey, guys.
Erica.
I'll say that towards the end. I got some upcoming news at the end of this little thingy. So hold on for another 20 minutes. New York City in the house. Love New York City. Wow. Safos means it's the law of the gang. We will protect our symbol. I'm impressed.
I'm actually impressed too.
I'm not stupid. I love you. Oh, shoot. My thing went ballistic, guys. Sorry. I lost everyone.
Are you there?
Can you see me, guys?
Yes.
Sir.
Yeah.
Well, I can't see y'all. I'm not stupid. Saludos aquí tomando aguas frescas de Aguas Frescas Victoria. Pero no me invitaste.
Are they watermelon though? Agua frescas? Or?
Hey, Roman, too soon.
I'm just wondering, Like I like watermelon, I like Kool-Aid. I had no idea that was racist, no joke. I'm like, golly, can't use that language anymore. I guess I'm appropriating when I drink watermelon, sandia or something.
I am losing it here, guys.
You can't see us at all?
I
or
can't
can
see
you at least hear us?
Huh?
Can you hear us?
No, I can hear y'all. Can y'all see me?
Yeah,
we
we're
totally
good.
see you.
Let's go. We're good.
Guys, sorry. Ruben Gallegos. Ruben! Hola, hermosa Martita. Did you guys go out and protest?
No.
No.
I mean, the thing is, you Erasmo, you protested. I protested before at City Hall, City Chambers, when they were trying to silence people at public comment. I've done the protesting before. I understand what it's like to be a protester. But what I'm troubled by, flat out troubled by, is the violence, the looting, and the flat out disregard for the coronavirus pandemic that we're still in the middle of. That's just me. I think it's wrong. It's disrespectful to our families, and our public health situation. And I'm also troubled that we have public health experts out there that were talking about for 2.5 months how dangerous coronavirus is. And now all of a sudden, because it's the woke crowd, it's the liberal crowd, is all against racism, and racism is bad. It's a sin against God. Now all of a sudden that's okay. You're allowed to go protest. So no, I haven't gone protest. I don't plan on it. Go protesting. I think it's not fair to my family, and frankly, it's not fair to your family.
Shout out to Dr. Eder and team, Roman.
I'm gonna ignore that, dude. Seriously, I'm gonna ignore that.
Oh, you're not gonna do a Philip on me?
No, I don't have to lash out. I could just give you facts, dude. Like I can just give you facts. That's all.
What facts?
Oh, you want to do it now? Is he a licensed doctor? Is he licensed? Oh, I don't know. The one you keep talking to, doctor. Is he licensed?
Dr.
A doctor.
Hernandez?
Was he a licensed doctor? Is he licensed physician? Is he?
I think he's a licensed PA, isn't he?
Okay. Then we'll call him licensed PA then.
They put it on graffiti, so any insult people write over there to them. Agree with 45 lies. Don't agree with 45 lies, folks. God, I'm losing the comments. It's shocking how many local people are defending the mission coach. No one here is defending. I'm not
defending the mission coach guy. I just didn't know watermelon and Kool-Aid was somehow racist.
Come on,
I didn't.
Come on.
Oh, you're not that dense. Did Roman just say something? He did.
What did I say that was racist, Liz? What? That I didn't support, hell no, Dak, Kingdom 55? Not racist.
In regards to the protest, guys, again, there's no one here in this city that's more of a constitutionalist than myself.
That's not true. I never saw you protesting, during the Tea Party movement at Erasmo. Were you protesting then?
No, I don't.
Pro-constitutionalist?
I don't
libertarian?
I don't like tea. I like coffee.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you with the coffee party then? Okay.
Hey, there's no one more constitutionalist than myself. And actually, during the Tea Party movement, I was actually working in Austin. So, living in Austin, working in Austin. Roman, come on with a watermelon Kool-Aid comment. Get educated. I know.
I love watermelon. I love Kool-Aid. What's wrong with that, Leslie? I literally have watermelon and Kool-Aid in the refrigerator right now. I love watermelon and Kool-Aid.
You're gonna get a meme. Roman Perez, racist.
Well, let me tell you, there's a couple of things. I'm not gonna go there.
I didn't. The last one. It's something about my shirt.
What's going on with the new school schedule? When it'll be final? Look, guys, I'm going to share very quickly what happened with the school schedule. The school schedule. They go out there and they were trying to keep it all low key, all hidden away from everybody. So what happens is I say, you know what, guys, people should know. So I threw out both of the options out there. Cállate, and people were upset. Be upset because they're getting their information from us and they're not getting it from their administration or their corrupt board members. And again, guys, it's what it is. So now the superintendent, in order to quell things, now he's saying, well, we're going to let teachers decide and let teachers vote on it. Any teacher out there that truly believes that the superintendent, the Edinburgh superintendent, and the corrupt board give a rat's ass in regards to your opinion or what you feel is the best thing for you or for your students, then you're not as educated as you think. He doesn't care. And people that have been at BISD for a while know that all those surveys, all those polls, all those studies are bull crap. They're not true, guys. There are ways to funnel money to different groups, different organizations, or different individuals. But they, at the end of the day, they don't do a dang thing. They're going to do whatever the hell they want, folks.
And why are we bothering with the option C, option B? We should just literally do, you're protesting from sure. Okay, yeah, well, that's fine. No, we should just do. Let's just do the option A, dude. I mean, if you have the superintendent, as you say, the Edinburgh superintendent out there doing the graduations and not even bothering to wear a face mask as he interacts with students, shaking their hand. God knows how many times he might have touched his face. Who knows? Maybe he poked his nose. You have Minerva doing the same thing, La Penguin, La Hoax. You have your friend Laura, the Democrat out there, who the Democrat nominee doesn't seem to care, having no face mask on as they're shaking hands with kids or whatever they're doing during graduation, potentially spreading the virus. They're not letting families go to graduations, full families, because they're afraid of the coronavirus. If they're shaking hands with the kids, they're having kids not being able to, touch each other or be next to each other during graduation. But it's okay for them not to wear a face mask. They just go to option A. You have protesters protesting everywhere. They don't seem to care about the coronavirus anymore. They just go with option A and let's see what happens. There's no reason to be starting in July if they're not going to be taken seriously.
I'm pretty upset with you, Roman, because those were my words.
Really?
Yeah. Again, guys.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Stop stealing my words, guys. I've said it.
Smart.
Yeah, let's stay with option A, guys. I mean, let's just stay with option A. I mean, ¿de qué sirve? Why? All they're doing is making this little game like, well, we're caring about the kids. They don't care.
They don't care.
It's just a show that they put on. They wear their mask whenever they want to. They got positives at middle schools, and they still send teachers there, and they'll still send parents there. So yeah, let's cut the bull crap and just do A, and whoever, and because that's their mentality. Whoever gets sick gets sick. Ni modo. But stop putting teachers, stop putting parents, stop putting students through crazy times. It's all that they're doing. And then some people are on there. Oh, Erasmo, why do you do this? You're asking me, guys. You have an administration that's keeping stuff from you, and you want to ask me. You want to shoot the individual that's actually out there giving you the information that these people are trying to keep hidden. No, but chat up. Hey, do you guys think it's okay for Vanessa Tejeda to be let out of jail? Yes, it's okay for her to be let out of jail. She's going through the process. She was making movies again today. That she shouldn't do. Again, she's still presumed innocent. She has to go through the process. Let her go through the process and let her pay her dues. Let her do what she needs to do. But again, she is, and this is one of the things that really trips me out. And I'm not going to say it because I went through the DWI. Look, guys, I went through the DWI. I took the slam. I took the hit. I went through the due process. But guys, in this country, folks, listen, everybody out there. Listen, all you Facebook attorneys and judges. In this country, we are still considered innocent until proven guilty.
Absolutely.
And again, in some cases, look, is she messed up? Is she? Yes. It is what it is, but let her go through the process. Now, the difference, because I know some people are going to say, well, what about Sylvia Erasmo? The difference with Sylvia is she's still stealing from your kids. She is still stealing from your kids. That's one. Two, I know personally for a fact that she stole money, that she took money from vendors. I know for a fact, and you know it too. Like, we know for a fact that Prisi was trying to get her vendors that put money in her pocket into TSC. We know for a fact. It's not presumed. It's not maybe. It's a fact. And to this day, not a word. So it really trips me out that people are again, and it's not good what she did because of her kids out there. But more people are concerned about Vanessa Tijerina, who is a nutcase. They're more concerned about Vanessa Tijerina than Prisi, Drew, Minerva, Sylvia, Philip, that are actually fomenting a culture that steals money from your children. Really? That is stupid. Stupid. Very stupid. Very, very stupid. For people to be more concerned about a DWI, about someone that went through a DWI, than someone who is taking money from your children, you got to be some kind of stupid. Really.
Yeah. If I may add, I agree with you, Erasmo, that it's ridiculous for people to be paying attention to what's happening to Vanessa as opposed to elected officials who are potentially corrupt. The thing about it is Vanessa was never going to win her race. I'm a numbers guy. There's absolutely no way that she, as a Republican nominee, was going to win that race. She had no business running. Now, I put the blame on the Republicans because, my friends on the Republicans, they weren't able to get her off the ballot. They should have tried to get her off the ballot. And instead of embarrassing themselves, I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all. But I heard this from one of my buddies. Like, it fell down again. I know, my stupid phone. It fell down again. I know, right? It's like, the thing is, no, I'm not a racist. The thing is that they weren't able to get her off the ballot, and now you have her being arrested, and now they're saying is, hey, a Republican state Senate candidate has done this, a Republican, and giving the Republicans a bad name. I don't know if I should laugh at the Republicans or feel sorry for the Republicans because this is happening to them because she was arrested. But she absolutely deserves to be considered innocent until proven guilty. She should go through the system, just like everybody else. I'm sorry, I'm trying to pick my phone, and that's it. Hold on, I'm gonna shut this down for a moment. I'm trying to fix. No, because I have my phone on something to hold it up, so I don't have to touch the phone. No way. My hands can't hold it. Everything. So.
We want to get to this question.
Yes, I'll get the question. Yes, David. Erasmo, let's cut to the chase. How much does the BISD member make under the table? Real talk. Look at their campaign finance report, and it's very, very telling, David. Once you look at the campaign finance report, you're going to see what individuals put money into the candidate's race in order for that candidate to win the election. So you multiply the amount that they gave that person times 10. So let's say if Prisi received $18,355 from the same guy, one of the guys that she was trying to push on to TSC, that's $18,355 times 10, which equals
a lot of moolah.
$180,000.
Damn.
That's just one vendor. Now you're talking about the insurance people that she tried to get onto TSC. How much money did they put into her campaign? I'm going to say maybe $5,000. So multiply that times 10. So that's $50,000. $50,000. That's how much money these board members make under the table.
Damn.
That's how much money they make under the table. Again, with someone like me, I received $0 from vendors. Zero.
Yeah.
So I got nothing but food at the meetings and conferences here and there.
And that's why they were making a big stink, because you were a thorn. What? Hey, you were the smoke screen, while over here they were getting the moolah
again and going back into it. And because someone said, "Well, Erasmo, what did you do while you were on the board?" It's very easy. Within 2 months, Frankie Roman, within 2 months, I was walking my big butt into the FBI to present evidence of the raterio.
Yeah.
Within 2 months of getting elected, that's what I did for my community. I went to the FBI, and guess what? The FBI picked up that rat, pick up the head of the snake. That doesn't mean that's the only snake at BISD. They're all complicit. They're all corrupt. They're all complicit. And given Roman fell down again. And given the opportunity, guys. And given the opportunity, I will go back in there and I will decimate all that corruption that's in there. I promise.
No, Erasmo, if I may add, that I don't know who on the YouTube video is claiming I'm a racist. That's a really heavy charge to be laying to anybody, especially in this environment. To be going around telling people randomly, "Oh, you're a racist," is insane on your part. You should be embarrassed of yourself for even saying that to anybody, without actual evidence and proof to be able to say that they're a racist. You don't do that in this environment. There's certain people that are racist, that wear the white hood and they'll go out there and actually are racist towards other people. But for you to be saying that, I don't know who the hell you are, but I would throw you the middle finger, but I'm afraid that this live feed will get shut down by Facebook Live. You don't be doing that. Being a racist is a serious charge. We've had dealt with Nazis, neo-Nazis. We've had people that are, what is Roman drinking? I'm not drinking anything. Kool-Aid. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
I want Roman drinking. Ya no le des.
No more.
Digo, Roman.
Come on. No, but what's going on in Minnesota, Erasmo? Have you been seeing what's going on today? What happened to the liberal mayor in Minnesota? I think I sent you and Frankie that thing. The poor guy, pobrecito. No mames. Okay.
Thank you, Liz.
Yeah, All right. No, the guy over in Minneapolis, he goes in front of the woke crowd, the Black Lives Matter crowd, and practically in tears. Yesterday, I think he cried for like minutes or something at the casket of George Floyd. May he rest in peace. And then he goes up there and they try to say, "Hey, will you defund the police?" And he's like, doesn't want to answer the question. Will you defund the police? And then he says, "No." Well, then get out of here. Go fuck yourself. Go out. You know, all that the bad language stuff. I don't know what they were saying, but it's insane that you have people that are out there really believe that we have to be defunding the police. You know, kind of campaign events for free food. Yeah, he would.
Yes.
I believe it. Yeah, Erasmo would.
Guys, let me tell you, I go to anything that give me free food. Today, I'm not gonna say it, but again, if anyone says free food, then I must have it.
You're a mooch, Erasmo. You're a mooch.
At least he takes food and not bribes, guys. Come on.
My friend here invited me over to Ataquiza. You invite me to eat. Look, the other day, Ernesto, I think it's Ernesto. Ernesto sent me a message. He goes, "Erasmo, we made some food. Come and pick up a plate of food." And I said, "Send me the address." And it took a while, but then they sent me the address. And then I showed up and they were going like, "Damn, you did come pick up the food." I said, "Bro, don't tell me that there's free food. And you're going to give me free food and not expect me to go." If you say, "Erasmo, ven a levantar and this goes to everyone out there. If you say, "Vente a levantar un plato de comida," I'm going to be there, guys. I'm not even joking around.
He's not joking. He's serious about this.
The DWI was a conspiracy against the people involved or out there and the bartender. I don't know what the bartender looks like, but it depends on how he looks. Big butt, cheese.
You should be like Sarah Palin and singing that song, "Big Butts." I like big butts, whatever.
Don't give Roman anything else to drink.
I don't drink, dude.
I know, Roman. I don't let it. Roman can't take the heat.
Oh,
Roman
I can totally
is worse than Janet Jackson at the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Erasmo, are you afraid of retaliation you receive cooperating with the FBI? No, not at all. Because you know what, David? At the end of the day, first of all, let me say, I fear no one. That's the way I was raised. And a lot of people that were raised the same way I already know that, you know, you always think that, you know, today could be your last day. So I'm not afraid of anything. They did retaliate against me. They filed bullcrap police reports. They sanctioned me. They did everything that they could. They made false accusations. They got some of Roman's friends to go out there and file grievances, stupid grievances. They were used, manipulated, played like tops because of retaliation. But you know what? At the end of the day, I have nothing to be embarrassed about. I have nothing to hide. I've been transparent. I've been open. I've called them out on all their crap because at the end of the day, they are corrupt. They stole. I took nothing from our students. Nothing. Ponle chicle, Roman.
I don't even know what that means.
Roman. Roman, are you serious? Stop falling, bro. Can't wait.
Okay, first off, don't be joking about the falling. I do fall down a lot. I have muscular dystrophy. That's legit. Yeah, that's it. I slip and fall often. So that's
Can't wait to hear.
That happens.
Can't wait to hear from the young man experienced racism from Philip Cowen. He'll be on tomorrow. There's a difference between having an opinion and being racist. True. Preach. Tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Do you guys agree Mexico only sends drugs, crimes, and rapists? No, they also do nopales and some amazing Bonafont water.
In Topo Chico, they have really good Mexican Coke. Not the cocaine, the Mexican Coke.
Bro, you don't need to be wearing a white hood or a swastika to be racist. No, you need to be wearing a Dallas Cowboy star on your
yeah. Oh, are you calling Jerry Jones a racist? Is that what you're doing?
Roman is in the house. Sergio!
Sergio, what's up?
Sergio, you invite Roman to your show and you don't have me on?
Shut up. At least he didn't invite Craigie, okay? He didn't invite Craigie.
Craigie doesn't know if he's coming or going.
Oh.
We got a beautiful moon. Yeah, I know where you're at. Roman just cursed. I'm turned on.
Whoa. Then, dude, you need to get alive, bro.
I love you, David. Hello, guys. Sorry, turning in late, but Bussy with my beautiful grand. Awesome. See, there's another case.
That's
A lot of our people out here, they love their grandkids. And Erasmo's two favorite four-letter words: free food. Preach. Jesse, did someone say free food?
He loves free food.
It's laundry day for Roman.
Yeah, no. I would love my cowboy shirts.
I was an iron worker. I have a Native American, Black, Puerto Rican, Filipino, and white friends. We made fun of others' race all day. It was hilarious. Yeah, and see, that's something that's very different. Once you make that camaraderie, and when you say a word, it may not be perceived in that way because of the tone, the inclination, or because you're surrounded. So again, we don't know how people around us are going to feel. I'll tell you one thing, and I'll try to be very quick. I was in Austin, Texas, and I might get in trouble for this, but again, I call
in Austin.
No, I call my nephews or my friends. Negro. I just call him Negro because we have one of my nephews is very, very dark skinned. Frankie's a little brother, and el negro, mi negro, it just stayed. So I got on the phone one time. And it was el negro, it was mi negro, Hey, mi negro. And I look around, I'm in the bus, and there's like a lot of African American people around me. I'm like, I go, it's my nephew. It's my nephew.
I promise.
But you know how we call el negro,
dude,
el gordo. I mean, we have el gordo, we have el negro. We just have these names for our people. And that's what fierce, flying cockroach. Yes.
Don't we have it on Loteria cards?
You want to see Erasmo jump up 5 feet in the air? Cockroach flying into your hair all the time. Rock on, Cheese Nation. Love you, Sergio. Muerden.
Like,
can you and Frankie run for BISD board juntos? Share the seat, switch every other.
I don't think that's legal. I don't think that's legal.
I don't do that, Mary. Snitches get free food. And stitches. Roman, oh my goodness, please don't hurt yourself.
I'm going to try
Buenas
that.
noches, Frankie. Hola, Don Jose Hernandez. Buenas noches. We still have the corona threat, so all three of you need to stop touching your faces. Wouldn't want any of you to catch anything. Thank you, Daniel. Oh, I love Daniel.
Daniel, I literally wash my hands like all the time, and you know that, bro. You know that, Dan.
Oh, that's
Dan's a great guy. Dan's a great guy.
¿Para qué me invitan, Roman? Sergio. Frankie is next on the show. See you. Hey! Sergio, what's up with that? Sergio.
Oh, wow. You see, he wants Frankie, not you, Erasmo.
What the hell?
Hey, I need a retainer. Sergio,
remember when we used to be friends, Sergio? Sergio! Wow. Mi chorizo, do you guys agree Mexico only sends drugs?
Again?
Roman does.
No, I don't.
La barbacoa at Big E Smokehouse.
Sure.
That kid accusing Cowen has a history of resisting arrest, interfering in police duties, amongst other crime. So who knows how credible it is? Let me tell you, I know a lot of people down south most who are guilty of resisting arrest. It's just Saturday night, guys. So we want to bribe guys to just take food. Hey, Erasmo, what do you think of the recent arrest of Vanessa? Again, I think it's very unfortunate. Again, she's out there, guys. Very unfortunate, but you don't wish that on anyone. And again, let her go through the process. It is what it is. I mean, it's nothing like, and look, it's nothing like she killed someone. She raped someone. The worst thing about everything that was out there, guys, honestly, the worst thing is the children. The children being in the vehicle, endangering the children. That's the worst thing I could see, because, again, and I might get in trouble, but the paraphernalia, if she was drinking, if she was smoking, if she was whatever, that does not even compare to endangering the children. That's the baddie. That's the baddie. I'm spraying the show in Corpus. Let's make Brownsville great again. Yeah, Corpus in the house. I have to actually have a Corpus Christi shirt. I'll wear that tomorrow, actually. I'll try to remember. Hey, young people, watch the movie Blazing Saddles. Oh, my God.
That's a great movie. Great Mel Brooks movie.
Former education should also run from school board. They should understand the needs of students and teachers. The problem with that, Denise, I agree somewhat. The problem is Sylvia was an educator. She was a teacher. Drew was an educator.
Really?
She was a teacher. I think Philip taught some classes. I think not Minerva. Minerva's too stupid. I think Prisi is also in the education field. So the ratas. Tiger, mi negrito. Yes, mi negro. At least call him negrito. No, he's all grown up now. We call him something else now, but that's a different story. Oh my goodness, I can't stop laughing with Mr. Pineapple Comments. I don't even know you, but I love me, Mike. When my Filipino friend came back from Thanksgiving, he was telling me about his Thanksgiving dinner and family. I interrupted his ass and said, you know, y'all.
Oh, hey, we can't be saying.
My buddy Ivan is not going to be happy with that one. My buddy Ivan, I love Ivan. Cheers! I love this man. Hey, Jimmy, breakfast! Frankie, no se mochó. I know someone they called Narlos. From cheese to salt, 0 and 100. Pura Southmost. In the house. Roman, can you wear the other Dallas Cowboy shirt next time you're on the show? It's my favorite. He only has 2 shirts, bro.
Actually, I don't have 2 shirts. I have like 3. I think I have like 8 or 9 Cowboy shirts. I'm not joking.
If we donate one of our gift cards, does that come out on the campaign fund?
Well, no, it does. Actually, it would have to come on the campaign finance report.
No, please send them my way. But Republicans get away with everything.
No, they don't.
Is this show going to end before the UFC main event? What time does that start, Mari Carrasco?
I'm watching it live right now.
Oh,
are you paying for it or are you getting it for free?
I used to live in Corpus for a couple of years. Flower Bluff, actually. Hey,
oh, you're a bluff rat? Wait. You're a bluff
hey, doctor.
Rat? Mike, you're a bluff rat? I want to know. Like that's
Pura Raza Talk Saldos in the house. Oh, my Lori! I love this girl. I had a crush on Lori when we were back in school. Lori.
You had a crush on a girl? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I'm shocked.
That's allowed. Roman, I think you're not racist. You're just homophobic.
No, I just don't like you, dude. I just don't like you.
I had a crush on Lori. Oh, my goodness. I was madly in love with her, but she rejected my advances. She rejected me. And now, Lori, you could have had all this.
Hey, you could still have all that.
Huh?
She could still have all that.
You can still have all this, Lori. I love you, Lori. Roman, did you vote for Trump?
No, I did not.
Oh,
absolutely not.
Did you pay for the 5 million? He's stealing. He's Rasta. He's from Southmost. So someone can be racist with food. I live off Innis Jocelyn's right before. Vamos mañana temprano, 8:30. Gorditas, Doña Tota, yo invito. ¡Vamos! My first job was on International on Southmost Pediatrician over 13 years ago. I love this man. I love you. Guys,
with Dr. Dominguez or who?
Me?
No, Dr. Dominguez, right? That's who we work for? That's the only pediatrician I can remember there on International and Southmost.
She's Lacoste intolerance. No, Lori, come back to me. I'm trying to figure out. There I am. I'm trying to get the best pose I have so that Lori can see me in my full splendor. Australian ballot, maybe you can explain it to her, Roman. Horacio, how would you explain the El Negrito on the Loteria to an
That's what I was saying. Like earlier, I said the Loteria cards. I mean, we do it on there.
Good point.
Barbacoa tomorrow at Biggie's Smokehouse. Guys, I did want to say that something that's very, very sad is that on Monday our kids go back to school onto campuses. They go back for the athletics and the band. Anybody wants to give a take on it before I lash my spiel on it?
No. No, I don't think they should be going back to school yet. I don't. I don't think that our band kids should be going back to school right now and at all. They should not.
I don't think it's a good idea for contact sports such as football to be back at training. It's how my famous phrase, it's too soon. We are still seeing a rise in numbers, Roman, and
absolutely,
and we're not seeing that decline. So again, we've had, time and time again, people not adhering to the recommendation. So I personally, Erasmo, I'm not for it. I know June the 8th, the band members were scheduled to. I think that was postponed. I'm not sure if that was band or football.
Middle school was postponed.
Middle school was postponed. So I'm not in for it. This virus is very contagious, and based on the numbers, we are still seeing a high rise. So I would prefer that we don't do that. Sports is always going to be here, guys. I'm a sports fanatic. I love sports, and I understand the urgency to get back. But I don't want to see individuals, and we've had teenagers, children, school-aged individuals coming positive with this virus. So the more we're out, the more we're in groups of people, the higher possibility that we might have of seeing this soaring numbers. So I'm not in for it. I'm all in favor of postponing middle school, high school, all events of contact sports, of even band for the time being.
Todavía estás bien chulo. I love you, Lori. I kept that up for a while just because.
Just hope. It was hope for you.
Love you, Lori. Love you, Lori. I love this.
No, I mean, I'll say, if I can add to what Frankie's saying, I agree with you, Frankie. I mean, we're seeing kids over in McAllen and Edinburgh doing the protesting over there. They're having little kids, 7, 8, 9-year-old kids out there interacting with people that they really shouldn't be doing. And it's like it's ridiculous that we're going to be expecting people. If parents themselves aren't scared of this virus for some reason for their own kids, that's one thing. But I, as a parent, am worried about it, and I do not want to have my child be put in that situation and going back to school right now. I just don't see it. Now, maybe I'll be wrong in 2 weeks. I know we keep saying in 2 weeks, but 2 weeks after thousands and thousands of people protesting, and you don't see that spike, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we should just go back.
Well, my concern is, I love all the Cowboy fans. This is going to be our year. This one, this is good. I know this is going to be our year. I've heard people saying it for years. It's not.
Dude, are we even gonna? We might not even have an NFL. We might.
Guys, yeah. My concern. Guys, my concern with going back on campus, guys, is that campus is not a safe place for our students. It's not a safe place for our students. It's not a safe place for our teachers and our staff. It's not a safe place at all. And you want some proof? I'll give you some proof. Garcia Middle School. Garcia Middle School is proof suffice that our school district doesn't believe that we're going through a pandemic. They don't think that they don't care that students are getting infected constantly. If you look at the numbers coming in, you're going to see school-age children on those charts. Mm-hmm. And to date, we have yet to hear from the superintendent. And something that Kat is saying is very true. It's all just a PR photo op for the stupid superintendent. That's why he was desperate to have graduations. It's just a photo op for him. It's just an opportunity to take a picture. Doesn't care about the health and well-being of our staff, our teachers, our personnel, our food services, our bus drivers, our students. Doesn't care. The guy, you know why he doesn't care? He's not from here. He has no vested interest in this community. No way, shape, or form. No vested interest. And the only interest the board has is putting money in their pockets. So, guys, it's very clear. Should the band and athletics happen on Monday? No. Parents, keep your kids at home. Are all the kids in the teams required to be tested prior to participation? They're going to do the check the temperature. Oh, he's okay.
What is the temperature proof?
That is not a clear sign that someone is not carrying the virus, guys.
And are they going to clean the temperature thing whenever they put it on the floor? Or
no.
Are they going to put it where are they? Are the underarm? Are they going to put it in the mouth? Or where are they going to do it? No. Are they going to touch everything? So, oh my God, you have fever, and they're not going to clean it?
No, they're not. They're not. And again, guys, you could test negative in regards to a temperature test, and you still could be carrying the virus, guys. So, no, It's not safe. Pickleball is for girls. I was kind of getting interested in pickleball. Is that a bad thing, buddy? You going to shenanigans after tonight's show, Frankie?
I don't go out.
Positives in Hidalgo. A mother lost her mother after seeing her unsmothered.
What does smothered mean?
Like smothered?
Might be a typo. Check it out. It might be an autocorrect issue.
They should voice it out. Should have switched sports. Yeah, they should have switched sports. We should have had baseball and then football and basketball later on. NBA coming back. Yeah, but the difference with NBA is that NBA, they can afford to test people every single day, multiple times a day if they need to.
Yep.
School district is not going to in any way, shape, or form. It's not going to happen.
There's even a backlog, but in Hidalgo, they had 4,000 backlog cases to be able to even run the test to get results.
Stay away from your parents if they're elderly. And that's what I meant. The actual career teachers who worked in the trenches. Yes, 100%. Should, but will have they? I'm not sure. Frankie likes to participate in lube wrestling events. I've heard that.
Ooh.
Hey, you still wearing masks when you go to Chibat and Walmart? Yes. Yes, I do. Speaking of sports, I feel bad for Drew Brees, especially after all he did for New Orleans and the black community there after Katrina.
Yep. He was made to care. Poor
guy. Well, they have the podium. If I had to rate Roman's performance tonight, it would be a 3, just because of his dives. Are the dead people still voting? Yeah, they're Democrats, aren't they? Don't get mad at me. I'm just joking, folks. Not from 100. Gene, Eduardo. Yes, this is our year. Go Cowboys. No, it's not. You guys should have a sports segment with Roman every Monday night, pero ten cuidado cuando pierden los Cowboys. Chin up. Well, then the fan base doesn't expect it to be their year every season. What's the damn point they do? 1 year old today.
Exactly. That's 1 year old.
And a 7-year-old and an 8-year-old can't the high school play their football games on PlayStation? They already do that already.
They already do that, yeah.
Es muy correcto, Frankie. Es muy arriesgado empezar en los deportes. I think it is. I am doing rapid antibody testing. FDA, you authorized 2 to 10 minutes results. I need to get one of those. This is becoming very dumb of BISD. It's crazy, Giancarlos. Get Pexco al PUB. PUB, mi chorizo, is still $1.3 million richer. Someone out there that they stole from us, and $35 million in the bank. Nice shirt, Roman. Do they make any for men?
Elizabeth.
Yeah, they tell us how the young kids age 7 to 12 are recovering from COVID. Do they need hospitalization recovering at home? Eder, be careful with your kids. Well, you have a question there, sir. Is that all BSD members want is money? Yeah.
No.
All BSD members?
Did you want money? You wanted food.
Oh, yeah.
When you were a board member.
But all the ones that are there now.
Oh, okay.
What's more corrupt, BISD or PUB? BISD. 100%. Well, 50% more correct. Yeah, they're 100% more correct.
A bigger budget.
You're talking about $600 million a year to $385 million a year.
Damn.
Yeah, big difference. Salazar, call us. Oh, making dates already? Erasmo, ponte a gritar. You sound more professional. There's proof of no symptoms during that time. You can be, yes, 100%. You're very right, Jennifer.
Hey, but they test the temperature.
For BSD, no! Can one of y'all put a battery on that fire alarm? You need to. I hear the beeping just saying. That's Roman, I think. Is Roman single? Mi chorizo.
Oh, you're crazy. Really? You can hear a fire alarm?
And willing to mingle, mi chorizo. Yeah! Micho and Roman sitting in the tree. TISSING.
I don't have coronavirus and I'm married. Thanks.
If they are so desperate, bola de locos, idiotas. I actually added idiotas. Roman, what's the beef between? We don't mention it.
That's a fake account. Get out of here.
Roman, he's not that bad. Fake account. All this interesting.
Thanks,
coronavirus is still out there. Love you, Lori. I'm glad that Lori's concerned about my health and well-being. So, Lori, there's still a chance?
Still a chance.
Love you. You reveal the panel's political leanings. 100%. NFL commissioner apologized for NFL players protesting. Can we please discuss the TikTok channel?
We want to talk about that? You want to talk about that?
Sure.
You know,
the guy got arrested.
there are people being called racist because they had the come and take it sign as opposed to the flag from the Gonzales flag, the white cannon flag. They have the chainsaw, and people are saying if you posted that, you're somehow racist. So I don't think you're racist if you have that flag up there. I think it's funny.
The one that used to be the cannon with a star on top.
Yeah, that's the Gonzales flag. That's the flag during the Texas Revolution.
And they
during
said
the Battle of Gonzales.
And they say it was racist.
Well, no, because they've taken off the cannon and I'll put in the chainsaw. Have you seen those?
I shared that.
You know, one of our friends. Yeah, I guess you're racist. They called you racist.
Who did? Some
random people. I'll send you the screenshot.
They're crazy.
You know? Yeah, you're racist for sharing it.
Your own perimeter. Te cuidan con el Kool-Aid de Robert.
I like Kool-Aid.
Laurie,
I do like Kool-Aid.
Hell yeah, I was. I would have been great until he used the N-word. Yeah. Let me tell you guys. I mean,
yeah.
The guy lost everyone when he used the N-word. Then, yeah it was gone.
That's why you're considered a racist, because you're sharing that little picture with the thing, and you're supporting him because he said the N-word. I guess I'm assuming that's the logic. That's the logic that you're a racist because of that.
People are stupid. Stupid. People are overly sensitive. So, Erasmo, what were you going to tell us towards the end of the show?
We're not even there yet. We're not there yet. That's in an hour.
No, that's it. Guys, I have decided.
Breaking news.
I think I've already shared it. One of the things that I've told people, so I don't care. I hate this little part of my neck right here. Esto. So I'm going to lift it up.
Don't do it.
You're going to get plastic surgery?
Yes.
Oh my God. You're going to join the ranks of other politicos with plastic surgery?
I hate the way it looks. It's just really, I hate it. I don't like it. So I'm going to go
because it makes you look distinguished that you're older, dude.
Right there. Does that look better?
That's what you want to do. Who's going to do the work for you? Who's going to, make you a plastic Barbie over here?
I'm still trying to hire someone. I'm trying to look on the Pulga online to see if someone willing to.
Do not do that, Erasmo. I'm with Frankie. Don't do it. Don't. No. They're just gonna make fun of you.
Cool.
You're just gonna be made fun. They're just gonna make fun of you because you do that because they're gonna say you're plastic.
I don't care.
You don't care.
Command flag is racist. The don't throw on me flag is racist. I think I'm actually going to want to have it done live so people could see while they're doing it.
Oh, wow.
Chill, Vanessa.
Too much of the pipe thing. The man that had the chainsaw used the N-word. Yeah, he
did. It was wrong. That's the one. That's what effed up, man. You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have used it.
Will the do nothing superintendent or POB pay for the surgery?
Maybe you can get a vendor.
Yeah, but it's a Joker style. You're gonna end up on ball. No me quieran tanto, guys. Bro, leave your neck waddle. It's very becoming.
So, some people are turned on by the waddle. They'll like
if they're associating the chainsaw man with racist behavior, they are correct. He used the N-word. Yeah, I don't support racists either. And that's what we can go together. Let's go. Swah, swah. If you don't agree with people, they think you're racist, but he lost people. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he did. No, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
If I had a chance to get plastic surgery, I did it.
We're peaceful here.
What makes you happy? Why weren't these people protesting a few years ago when the city commissioner was tossing?
Oh, that's it. There you go, Paul. Good point. That actually happened here in Brownsville.
And we saw no protest. Nothing.
No protest. Nada.
Hey, buddy, don't talk to me like that. He gave me free chili. Calmate, Sonso. This is the Los Cuernos of experience, my friend. No. Well, you guys are having fun. Swah, swah. Erasmo and Vanessa of Cameron County. No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I used to
No.
love Louis.
Not anymore. You're gonna block him. You're gonna block him.
I used to love Louis. So the policeman that killed Floyd committed suicide. No.
He's in
No.
jail.
Oh, he's in jail.
Well, he's in jail. Yeah.
He didn't give us unless he committed suicide in jail. Someone check that out. You can hide it with a beard. It's just too itchy. I'm taking it off.
I mean, hey, you can be like your buddy Zach and have that big ass beard down. You can hide it that way.
Really? It makes you look distinguished?
Yes.
No.
I agree. No, that's what I guess.
No.
Don't do it, Erasmo.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
What's wrong?
Fake news. What's fake news? That he's gonna.
Just do
But
it.
that was
Okay.
the news. Hey, wait. That's really the news. That's the breaking news that you're gonna do plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Oh, anybody else in town have plastic surgery? That are politicals that you know, Erasmo?
Yes.
No comment.
No comment. No comment. Okay. You're gonna
Right
do
there.
Botox next or what?
This.
How much is that gonna cost to do that, Erasmo? Seriously.
Don't do it.
But what happens if you end up getting fat, like even more fat, and you waste the plastic surgery? It goes back. You're gonna do it again or what?
I'll do it again.
You'll do it again.
It's like your salt and pepper hair. It makes you.
There you go.
Well, let me tell you about my salt and pepper hair. When like 5-10 years ago, when I de repente I started to see like a white hair here, and I go, woo! No, and I plucked it. I would pluck it. Y luego otro, pluck. De repente, I go like, no more plucking.
Wait, you only started getting gray hair 5 years ago?
No, like 5, 6, 7 years ago. I can't remember.
Really? Wow. Wow, that's you're
No,
lucky.
but I actually like my silver now. It makes me look like hot.
I know I've had probably gray hair since I was in my 20s.
Use the scotch tape like the Chinese girl. I'm actually looking for tape here in my office to see if I have any.
You can do that.
They have a new pickleball place in San Antonio, but people who don't know how to play are getting hurt. I've heard about pickleball. I'm interested. The koalas!
The koalas. Poor koalas. You're gonna start crying or what?
Poor koalas.
You're
Everyone in the school board. Guys, Silver Fox. Thank you, Rudy. Sasha! Roman, any last words?
No, I don't. I don't have any death roads. I'm just really sad that everybody doesn't like the Cowboys and love the Cowboys. I don't care.
Hi, Mike.
What?
Frankie's not even reading Mike's comment.
Oh yeah, read it. You need to read it, Frankie. You need to. What Jessica are you talking about, Mike? Please, I don't know. There's a lot of Jessicas in our community. Which Jessica
That'd
are
be
you talking
weird, but I see a big difference.
What?
what pickleball? Something like tennis, but different. Sub-Zero! La penguin! A penguin of Batman 1, Sub-Zero! Oh, you guys! Come over here!
Leslie, I think you can look it up. Brownsville City Commissioner N-word, and it'll pop up in an NBCnews.com article.
Thank you for keeping us informed. Can I get a shout out to my husband?
Don't say it.
Liz, I almost said it, Liz. Please remind me of the official. Okay. Saca la pizza! La pizza from la pizzeria! Swasa!
You still have pizza in there, or is it empty?
No, I still got pizza in there.
You still got pizza? How many slices did you eat, Moocher?
I actually ate one slice of pizza. No,
That's
but
it?
but then I took half of the from the other one.
What the hell?
Well, it's good because I can't eat the bread, but I'm gonna eat this one.
Yeah, you can't eat the bread. Yeah, I thought you. Yeah, I'm surprised you're even eating pizza. Yeah. Anyway.
You should also
What
like
else?
to join the show.
I'm sure he'll show up. That would be like prime time television right there. Pay per view.
Why did the Hannah 204 team get?
Hey.
Hey, was that you, Frankie?
No,
Was that you?
I was 05, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, okay. All right.
Y'all watching the KRGV?
Oh, I almost didn't recognize you, Elizabeth, with that profile picture.
Pizza equals heartburn. I actually have Alka-Seltzer right here.
He's ready. He's ready.
That's smart. Yeah.
Guys, I didn't prepare for these questions.
No, you didn't. You didn't prepare.
Frankie, last words.
Thank you, Roman, for appearing. It's always fun
Thanks,
having you
Frank.
on, my friend. Cameron County is seeing a rise in numbers, especially the city of Brownsville. The more testing we get, the more positive results we have. Again, we're at 892 for Cameron County, and the ages is very telling. A 1-year-old, a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old, and we're getting a lot of them in their 20s. So this is something that's not going to go away. We have the beaches opening up. We have graduation, taking place. We have the passengers, on June the 8th going back. So as of right now, it's not a time for us to be congregated, to be in large groups of people. In regards to racism, we all know that it still lives. It's unfortunate that what happened in the 60s with the civil rights movement, did change the surface. But when you really scratch and get to the heart of it, we're still living with this to this day. Tomorrow we will have Alexis on to get his side of the story. Again, we make the invitation is open to Mr. Philip Cowen, maybe on Monday or Tuesday or whenever he's available. We would love to hear from his side, being an elected school board member. So again, let's refrain from any judgment. Let's hear from both sides of the story, and then we could form our own narrative, our own judgment in regards to this situation. Thank you guys so much. It's been an amazing week for myself. It's been a very busy week. Tomorrow night we'll be on at 9 p.m.
Are you gonna go to church tomorrow with Erasmo?
No, but I'll be watching the stream though. I'll be watching it on stream. Thank you guys so much. It means a lot.
You paid me to say that.
It means a lot to us that you guys let us into your homes. We're competing with Good Morning America. We're competing with Primetime TV. So having you guys on here means the world to us. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night.
Guys, have a great evening. Again, the numbers are very, very telling. Really, guys, whose smoke alarm is beeping?
Roman.
Apparently, I don't hear anything. I'm deaf, so.
When you go to Subway, do you order the 6-inch?
I go big.
I'm sure you do.
Guys, it's them. Sorry, I was eating that.
Got something in your throat? Got something in your throat? That what
Guys, Roman's alarm. Guys, y'all have a great rest of the evening, a great weekend. Remember, we won't be here tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. We will not be here tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. As we will be go big or go home. We won't be here at 9 o'clock in the morning. I do church. If you want to come and join us for church tomorrow, it's at 10 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow I will be speaking on the valley of the dry bones. The valley of the dry bones. Ezekiel chapter 37. If you want to come by and join us, man. And then if you come by and visit us at church, we'll go out and have lunch together. Tomorrow night at 9 p.m. in the evening, Alexis has stated that he will be with us. We're going to hear his side of the story. And again, like I said, I've spoken to my friend Philip, and he's going to, decide if he's wanting to come out as well. Give the people of Brownsville. I mean, he is an elected official, so giving him the opportunity to all the people of Brownsville his side of the story. It's only fair, guys. Be good to each other. Again. Maintain social distancing as much as possible. Wear face coverings. Be good to each other. Be good to me. God bless. Love y'all, guys. Most of y'all, not all of y'all. Bye, Roman.
Bye. Take care.